Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody of YouTube. Welcome to my very first podcast. Tonight we're going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch, but before we go into that, this is going to be a regular thing every single Friday. I'm going to be doing it with a group of you. If you want to join, leave a comment, and I'll try and get you into the Discord. But tonight, guys, I'm joined by Turtle, Cheest, myself, Wesley, Sky, and Rune. So guys, hello and welcome.
Hi.
Started.
Yo.
So guys, you excited about the Switch?
Yeah.
Yeah? You sure? You don't sound too excited.
No, I don't.
There's not even a word to express my excitement.
Oh God, no.
Oh no!
Speed!
Oh dear
All
me.
right.
Dear me. So guys, as you can see on the stream section side of things, we've got a breakdown of what we're going to go into. So we've done a little bit of the introduction. It's now really just going through it, everything and giving our thoughts and feelings on it all. I mean, the first things first is release date, 3rd of March, guys. I think that's a bit too soon.
I feel like there's going to be people that will buy it regardless. And those amount of people, that number can be impressive if it launched later in the month, but not at the beginning. So they could just lose out on some of that popularity they would have had.
And it's March as well, which, you know, most consoles are released around Christmas time, so the last lot of consoles we've had have been released around about the holiday season where they can go bang and smash out a load of sales. Do you think it's going to affect Nintendo at all, or?
I think the fact they're not going to have those holiday sales is detrimental.
I mean, it's not as expensive as the Xbox One, for example, or PS4. I don't think it doesn't really matter so much.
By the way, guys, if you guys are watching, you want to add something in the comments, feel free. We'll mention what you guys say as well and go through it from there. Price-wise as well, Nintendo were a little bit strange on the price. Obviously, they gave the definite prices for the US, Japan, but Europe was check your local retailer.
I think they did that because there's so many different currencies.
Yeah, I mean, over in the UK, it's 279 British pounds, which isn't too bad. Guys, over in the US, you've got it for $299, haven't you?
Yep.
And Sky, what have you seen it for recently? You were searching it just before we started. So.
I saw it for $299 too.
$299 as well. So European, and it seems to be pretty much the same price because it's what 270. What was it? 27,000 yen in 279. What was the yen price again, guys?
I don't remember. I think it was around that.
It was basically.
Hold on, I'll look it up.
It was basically just
It was
same,
like it was 29,000 something yen.
Yeah.
I believe.
Either 29,000 or 27,000.
29,981, or not 81, 80.
There we go. So pretty much they're on the same specs as each other, like Europe, and so Europe are on the same sort of price specs, and US and Japan are on. I mean, the price isn't too bad. It's when you look into everything else that it starts to add up.
I think this is something people don't really bring up, but the fact it's more expensive means it has to be better hardware.
Yeah. Yeah, the specs are a little bit. They didn't really release them, did they? They didn't confirm much. But I'm currently looking at PCadvisor.co.uk, and they've given us a little bit more of a breakdown on prices of like the additions, like additional controllers and stuff. There we go.
How much would it be to have?
Sorry?
How much would it be to have it shipped from Japan?
That
Depends on shipping price.
Yeah, it all depends on shipping price. Guys, that just joining us in the stream, by the way, welcome. Yeah, no shipping price. But guys, Joy-Con controllers, like a pair of them, will cost you over here £75, And then if you want to buy the individual ones, they're £43 each. The Pro controller is going to be £65. And then wrist straps for the Joy-Cons, they're a more budget friendly of $4.99 each. What do you guys think of all that? Like price range?
For what
Pro-
the Joy-Cons have, that's about right.
Yeah,
I was a
'Cause
bit distracted.
it's really compact for as small as it is. So I mean, it makes sense. And you get 2 per, which makes it even more reasonable.
I think as well, if you get the colored Joy-Cons, since they sell them separately, you could also
Mix and match.
you can mix and match, or you can have the same color, because there has to be a left Joy-Con and a right Joy-Con, both in neon red, I would think.
Yeah.
That would
Same
make
with
sense.
blue.
What color would you? Was it Mickey's put in the stream chat? What colors would you go for? Because obviously they're releasing different colors as well.
I would get the multicolor, personally.
Yeah, because the
Why?
only ones you can get now with the Switch is multicolored and gray. I'd rather get the multicolored because if, in all honesty, if I were to get, let's say I were to get more Joy-Con controllers, I could get matching colors for each one if I wanted like 2 more controllers, for example. If I got like a left blue with the console, I can get a right blue, etc. This would be more convenient so that I can get blue. They'll probably have cases for like the middle, like the console itself, if you use it as a tablet type thing, which I can imagine to make it suit the color. So I think it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, you sort of have a rainbow sort of coloured Nintendo sitting in front of you. I mean, with the GameCube, that was purple, and I quite like that.
Yeah.
With the GameCube, and I don't know, the standard grey is kind of boring. So if I was to get it, I'd go for something like really spectacular, like a colour that really stands out. So when somebody comes around, they go, "Oh, look at that! You've got a Nintendo Switch. Oh, that's a nice colour as well." Or, "Oh my god, what colour have you got? Why?"
Put the Switch on that dock and just have the Joy-Cons, the 2 colored Joy-Cons on the side. They're going to be like, hey, what is that?
Yeah, that's true.
It really brings attention to them.
Definitely.
Because they're neon.
Yeah,
It stands out more.
definitely.
So the reason I asked about the shipping from Japan earlier is because it'd actually be cheaper to buy it from Japan.
Yeah, because that's something that's going to be quite interesting, actually. You've done quite a good link there, Turtle, because it's a bit of one of the specs for the Switch, and it's something that Nintendo said that they definitely aren't going to do, and that's region lock any of these consoles. So, I mean, I think it's a brilliant idea.
So,
Yeah.
Live stream last night, Cheese can tell you how excited I was.
Talked about it before the stream. You were gushing over that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were
There's
talking
just
about
so
it.
many games.
We were talking about it previous as well, and saying that there are so many games, and unlocked regions means that those that were exclusive to Japan, we're going to be able to enjoy as well. Because the Japanese do have some really good games that I've always wanted to play on Nintendo, but I would have had to order, say for instance, order from Japan and then come over, which is really, really annoying because it's even more shipping. What do you guys think of the specs of the Switch, though? I mean, using the NVIDIA graphics card and...
From what I saw during the live stream, the gameplay looked really smooth.
Yeah, definitely.
And they had impressive scenes. It was even running Xenoverse 2, which Cheese was excited for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, it looks great. When it's plugged in, obviously, it runs at 1080, and then when it goes into tablet mode, it's 720. So you've still got really good high quality there.
For
One thing that has been confirmed is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It has been confirmed to run at 1080p, 60 FPS.
which is really good.
That's pretty impressive, actually. Obviously, it's never going to take on the big two of Microsoft and Sony, but Nintendo have never been about that. So
I think it has a chance to compete with them.
This is a console that can go head to head, but also be a side as its own thing.
definitely.
Yeah.
One thing, actually, guys, is what do you think of the game card things as well? So instead of going the digital download route, they're going for the game cards, a bit like obviously the 3DS.
I mean, it's more beneficial for game creators because at this point, you can put more in that small little thing than you can put in a CD. Like you look at a 128 gigabyte SD card, for example,
Mm.
that's small and it's more efficient than like a CD because CDs don't have limits. So going from the CD theme for their consoles to a cartridge theme, it makes for better games. They can add more
No,
as long as
definitely.
the Switch can run it.
I mean, with the Switch though, do you think with this is it going to go into the future? I mean, Sony and Microsoft are going big on like digital downloads. Do you think with what Nintendo are doing, if it's successful, they might stop and say, "Well, wait a minute. If Nintendo have done it, why don't we try it?"
I mean, Nintendo have revolutionized quite a bit. It wouldn't surprise me if it happened again and changed it.
Everything new in gaming consoles, Nintendo has done first.
Mm-hmm. They pointed it out in the stream.
Yeah.
First ever Joy thing,
Shoulder
whatever it's called.
buttons, the analog
Shoulder-
stick.
And there we go.
I
And
mean,
the analog stick is something everybody uses today.
Yeah.
One thing I'm not too keen on though is the 32 gigabyte of internal storage.
I mean,
You can increase it with the micro SD card.
You can,
Yeah.
but at the same time, that's another extra cost you've got to take into account.
fair point, but Nintendo games aren't as big as like most PlayStation, Xbox games.
But some of this,
Never really that big.
some of this is going to be a little bit of extra stuff. You
Depends.
think it's the third party support as well because they're quite big.
Yeah, definitely.
So saving your games could be a bit of a problem.
With the low storage, I think the fact you can bring these AAA games on the go will be enough of an enticement to actually get the physical cart.
Yeah, I'd rather get the cartridge.
Definitely. One thing actually that they did announce that I was speaking to Rune about not that long ago was the charging on the go.
Oh yeah.
They said 2.5 to 6.5 hours, depending on what you're doing during the live stream,
Yep.
and 3 hours continuous if you're playing Breath of the Wild.
Definitely. So battery life's not too bad. I suppose if you've got a long car trip as well and your kids are playing it, you can plug it because most cars now have a USB port or some sort of adapter which you can plug in.
Yeah.
There's even confirmed car charger accessories for it.
But no, I'm actually really I'm looking forward to this. The controllers themselves are like amazing as well, especially with the Joy-Con. The extra little bits, for instance, the little square button on the left-hand controller, where you've got the chance to do screenshots and in the future add on videos as well.
And can we take a moment here to realize how amazing that is for Nintendo? Someone that guards their IP so closely,
Definitely.
Yeah.
like especially with video. People get strikes on YouTube all the time for video.
Yeah. So that means, it's gonna work. They're gonna do it. They're gonna allow creators from me, this is gonna be amazing. Because from my point of view, it means I'm gonna be able to maybe record some gameplay, post it up, and hopefully not get a copyright strike. So it's a big thumbs up from me on that from Nintendo. I'm
They're
actually
trying
really,
to be a more open Nintendo, I feel, with the Switch.
yeah. I mean, what do you think of their
Yeah,
online stuff?
I mean, of course, when they announced paid to play online, that kind of bugged me. 'Cause that's one of the reasons I don't like Xbox or PlayStation Network, because it's like I want to play online when I want to play online, not whenever I have to pay a subscription.
I
That's why
can't see it being as expensive as like the Microsoft one.
I would hope it wouldn't be.
Funnily enough, after the stream, I did hear that if you are subscribed to that, you get a free NES/SNES game every month.
That might entice me a bit more. I love SNES games,
Definitely.
so that would entice me.
Same.
Definitely. I mean, with like the going back to the more internal specs of the Switch itself, they're saying that it's still reported because they haven't actually confirmed it yet about the GPU inside, but 307.2 megahertz when it's plugged in. No, sorry, That's on battery power even, and just 40% of its dock speed, which is 768 megahertz. So you're using 40%. So, guys, what do you think? 40% of your usage? Something like Breath of the Wild? Do you think that's going to be able to run properly with no frame delays?
I don't think.
Well,
I
given
think
that-
it'll be fine.
Given that 720p is very different from 1080p, in the fact it takes a lot less to run a 720p game, it could work.
I suppose.
I also don't think that's actually what it's gonna be.
No,
But
we're still waiting on that. So that's going to probably be released about 3 days before the Switch actually officially comes out. So once they've got all their pre-orders in, they're going to go, oh no, I tell you what, we'll release the specs now for the hardware and go, yep, there you go, guys. That's what you're getting. Deal with it.
or they could just let us reverse engineer it like usual.
Yeah. But, I mean, going on to games now. Unless there's anything else you guys want to add on the specs.
I mean, we didn't bring up the motion camera. That's included.
Yeah, that's true. There is a reason for that, though, isn't there? And that's sort of one of the games that's being released
Fair point.
for the motion camera. I mean, I'm looking forward to the this new game that they're releasing, the 1-2 Switch. I'm looking forward to. What about you guys?
It's gonna be a neat party game.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, is it only going to be for 2 players? Do you have to, if you have other friends with Switches, could you come round and then link the rest of those Switches together so you can then do like a 4-way one in future? Or
I would imagine it would depend on the game, because they only showed like 2-player games, but it seems like it's a party game. Party games tend to have, more than like 5, 6, 7 games and mini games into one. So the ones that they showed were 2-player. I would imagine they'd have maybe like 4-player, 3-player, or however many players.
yeah. I mean, the thing for me though is it doesn't use the console. It does use the console for the controllers, but you don't actually look at the console. You end up doing it so you play against somebody that's standing in front of you. And that's almost it's a bit thing to a bit thing to say, but it's almost revolutionary. It's going to change the way people play games.
Oh, and speaking of specs, HD Rumble is something they did show off.
Oh yes, the HD Rumble, which
Where you could feel if you had how many pieces of ice you had in a glass, or if it's filling with water.
yeah, I'm going to be, until I try it, I'm going to be a little bit more skeptical, if I'm honest, because I mean, they say for this 1-2 Switch, it utilizes it the most, doesn't it? Because of all the little mini games that you can play.
I think it utilizes the camera the most, but I can see plenty of games using HD Rumble as well.
Yeah, I mean, Breath of the Wild is going to look amazing on that. That's another one that's been confirmed for release day itself as well. And we've got, so the ones that I've got at the moment are Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, 1-2 Switch, Skylanders, Imaginators, and Just Dance 2017.
Along with
think-
Super Bomberman
Yeah,
R.
that's just been announced in the last half an hour or so, wasn't it?
I saw things about it last night after the presentation, but as far as I know, it was only confirmed around this morning.
Yeah. Sorry, Teddy, you wanted to say something about prices?
Yeah. If you were to buy it in Japan and converting it to the U.S. currency, it's $262 instead of $300. So,
Right.
Interesting.
I'm ordering mine from Japan.
I'm still like trying to translate it to other currencies, but
Yeah. No, that's really good, man. That's actually not too bad thinking about it, is it?
Keep in mind, the UI might also be a different language if you get it from Japan.
Yeah,
true.
that would be the only problem of it.
eh,
I mean, I could work it.
yeah, I could figure it out.
But yeah, so the game's coming out. Going back to the games now, sorry. The game's coming out. What do you guys think of the actual launch games? I think there should be more. or
The
less.
release game specifically?
Yeah, the release games specifically. We've got what 1-2 Switch, Super
Five.
Bomberman, Legend of Zelda, Skylanders, and Just Dance. 5 games.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like they do have quite a little launch games, but they have their biggest title that has been announced for who knows how long.
It's been announced for who knows
That
how long, but there's one big issue I've got with it. It was saying it was going to be. There was rumours going around that it was going to be delayed.
I don't think it's gonna be delayed.
No, there was
Because
rumours that it was going to be delayed before it got announced, and now they're announcing it that it's coming out on release date. And I'm just like, okay.
I mean, rumors are always true, so I'm gonna stick with what they say for now, because, I mean, it's optimism's a nice thing, but Breath of the Wild, I feel like still, if it's released on release day, I feel like that makes up for the lack of games. It's an open world, it's a giant game, and then spring is close to March, roughly.
Yeah.
So, I'm pretty sure March is in spring. But yeah, so we'll get some games in spring. It says, yeah, March, spring. We'll get Mario Kart 8. We'll get ARMS.
Has Been
we'll
Heroes.
get some other games. It'll be around springtime.
I Am Setsuna. Sonic Mania. Lego City Undercovered.
Mhm.
ARMS that you've mentioned. Snipper Clips. Cut It Out Together.
Mhm. Yeah.
Mario Kart 8, as you've mentioned, and I think that's so. They're the ones that are coming out, sort of confirmed.
Yeah, we
early
know
release.
around when they're coming. Yeah. So I mean, we just gotta wait like a few weeks, like 2-3 weeks, and we're gonna get more games released. A pretty decent bit of games released after that, and then summer we have Splatoon, and there's a bunch of other games that we don't even know when they're gonna be released yet. They could be released spring for all we know, or summer.
Yeah.
Some of them are holiday, some of them aren't.
Mm.
Because Super Mario Odyssey is in fall,
Mm-hmm.
so that's a bit further down, but it's not too far away.
Mm.
As in like holiday, some of the holiday season games. I don't remember which ones they are,
Yeah.
but we have a decent bit.
The one that jumps out for me, out of the future releases, is Elder Scrolls Skyrim Edition.
Yeah,
And
to
that's
be
going
able
to
to
be
run that
fall of
game.
2017.
Elder Scrolls Skyrim edition.
Well, Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim. Okay. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I'm still half asleep, yeah. But that's
Can I
coming out
also
in-
bring up
Go on.
the fact that we might have Virtual Console on the Switch as well?
Mm.
And which, of course, during the presentation, they might not focus on Virtual Console, but we could have it there at launch with plenty of games.
That's going to be good.
I mean, it makes sense that there'd be a virtual console.
Yeah. I mean, you look at because they were talking about some of the third-party developers as well that are getting into it. I mean, another game that I know that for anyone that's listening to this and they're like a soccer fan, I'll call it soccer because I'm dealing with quite a few people in the US here, and they'll have my guts for garters if I said football. But FIFA 18, is being confirmed. So that's sort of expanding themselves a little bit more. I know they had FIFA early on, but what do you guys think?
I mean, FIFA's FIFA. Not a fan
But
of it.
it's more of the third party developers. I mean, NBA 2K18 as well has been sort of confirmed. So
Yeah, they're confirming a decent bit of like newer things,
yeah.
which is good.
But do you think this was done with the Wii U as well?
A game like that on the Switch is definitely a plus, even though it might only go for a select amount of people. But there is a good amount of those select amount of people that would get it.
There is
So
a lot of people in the UK.
I assume it'll prove something to EA if a lot of people buy it.
Exactly. There's a lot of people in the UK that play a lot of EA Sports games, and one of them is FIFA. It's one of the highest selling games in the UK. So, I mean, looking at it on that side of things, it's definitely going to help EA out, especially like NBA as well. Because I'm a basketball fan as well.
And I don't know how active people in the UK are with travel and stuff, but since you can bring the Switch on the go, you can bring your FIFA wherever you want, your basketball wherever you want.
Yeah.
I think that'll be an enticing thing to just have.
Going through some of the comments during this stream, actually, Andre's put down one thing all portable consoles should have is Wi-Fi hotspots.
Let me just say something here. That's not good for the company.
No.
Because that loses them money in the long haul.
It
Because
will.
how much data are you going to use? You're going to use a lot if you're downloading games, if you're just playing on the internet.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, there's going to be some things. I'm still waiting on the rest of the specs to be released because I'm getting quite disappointed with the fact that they didn't really speak about it too much.
I was hoping NVIDIA was going to chime in later in some sort of article and release the specs.
Yeah.
But so far they haven't.
No. Oh, there we go. I've just found another 2 games, by the way, added coming in holiday 2017: Fire Emblem Warriors and Super Mario Odyssey.
Yes, all I need to hear is Fire Emblem Warriors.
Keith was freaking out.
Yes.
Yes, I was.
Definitely. I mean, what do you think of some of these games that are coming out for it?
Let me tell you, Breath of the Wild, I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to Mario Kart 8, since I never got the chance to play it on the Wii U because I never was able to get one. Splatoon 2, Fire Emblem Warriors, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And Super Mario Odyssey. Honestly, a lot of the games they announced, I'm excited for.
Yeah. No, definitely. Definitely. I mean, ARMS, I was watching some of that earlier on the Treehouse stream. What did you guys think of ARMS?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
It looks right.
Sorry? Wesley, what did you say?
It looks pretty good.
It does look good. I mean, it does show some good, like, graphics-wise, it looks quite impressive, but I'm not sure about gameplay. It looks a little bit like the, what do you call it? Wii Boxing.
Yeah.
I think it could be pretty good with the gameplay, because
Yeah.
from what they showed, it did look nice enough.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
don't see spending $60 on it, though.
My word. Sorry, guys, just to go off topic a little bit. Someone I've known for a few years has just jumped into the stream. So, Dan, welcome. If you want to make any questions or comments during the stream, be my guest. And I will send you a Discord link at some point so you can join us in the Discord chat for the next podcast. Guys, what do you think? I mean, a lot of people, I'm going through a lot of articles at the moment, and there's a lot of people that have said that for the Discord side of things, the Switch side of things, it's been a bit of a disappointment for the release. I don't think so. I think it's been quite positive.
I think the people that are being negative are the people that expected way too much from the Switch.
I mean, there was a little bit of hype going on there, wasn't there?
Especially leading up to it, there was so much hype. I think people just kind of, third parties would like to do their own thing too with releasing their own games on the Switch instead of just having Nintendo announce them for you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, one of the things that I actually remember them saying was the Amiibos are going to be coming back.
I was excited for that.
Because
I'm happy for the
I mean,
Amiibos.
they did quite a big thing for the Wii U, saying, "Oh yeah, the Amiibo, get into it. You can do whatever character you want." It's going to make life a lot easier for anyone that's already got them.
And
They're not
think
just
of
going to go to
Skyrim.
waste. People still buy them. I mean, I've seen a few, and I'm thinking, I tell you what, I'd love to buy one just as a figure because I haven't got a Wii U, or do you know what I mean? And now I'm considering buying a Switch. It's going to be a lot more fun.
I actually have a collection of amiibo right behind me, and I can tell you they are fun to collect if you can even get your hands on some of them.
Yeah.
I make custom amiibos for fun.
Where would an amiibo even go on a Switch?
Sorry.
Where would an amiibo?
right
It's on the
Joy-Con.
right hand side. There's like a
Oh yeah.
You
Okay.
just tap it, and it's there.
yeah.
Kind of awkward.
That's gonna be good fun. I mean, that means obviously Skylanders as well. Like that's on the release day. If you're not gonna have any problems there. But I mean, I'm looking through a lot of stuff. Like I said, people being negative. There are quite a few positives. I mean, looking at the price of games as well. That's another thing. Arms is going for £49. Sorry, £49.99 over here in the UK, along with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Splatoon, you can pre-order it for its summer release for £59.99 at the moment, and Super Mario Odyssey is another one at £59.99. So price-wise, it's sort of gone up with the price of games might go up a little bit more because obviously Nintendo have been known to do slightly cheaper games than the other big two main developers. But what do you guys think?
I think it's something that probably needed to happen for Nintendo to make more of a profit.
No, that's definitely
Which is
an
the
improvement.
likely the whole reason why they put up the online features as a paid subscription as well, because that makes so much money.
Yeah. No, definitely. I mean, we've got Xenoblade Chronicle. I've just found another list of games that have been announced but not yet confirmed for this year. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Ultra Street Fighter 2, Dragon Quest 10 and 11, Dragon Quest Heroes, Heroes 2, the Shin Megami Tensei game, a new RPG from the developers of Bravely Default. Minecraft obviously is another one coming out.
Minecraft on the go.
Yeah.
And it's not Pocket Edition, which, no offense, it runs bad with the touchscreen.
No, it does. But I mean, I've obviously got Pocket Edition. I've got the Windows 10 beta. I've got Java. For the Pocket Edition for the phone, I used a controller for it, and it kind of struggled. So hopefully, it's going to be a little bit better. Dan has just put in the chat, by the way, guys. His fiance works for Game, and her boss has played the Switch. He said he was very impressed. Had a limited play of Zelda. The Joy-Con takes a bit of getting used to due to the odd shape compared to the other gamepads.
That makes sense.
Guys, by the way, I do apologise for the noise in the background. My little boy wants to have his say on the Switch, and I think he's actually looking forward to it as well. So he's definitely looking forward to the Switch.
Might I say that I was just on Twitter a second ago, and people are already saying the Switch is better than the Xbox One.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
To be fair, the Xbox One was really disappointing.
Yeah, I know. That's why people are saying it.
Oh yeah, no, the Xbox One was definitely disappointing.
Yeah, I just thought I'd mention that because
Yeah.
it was
The
funny.
bad things about it was the DDR3 RAM.
Guys, so wrapping up now, what do you think of Nintendo's future? Is it secured by the Switch?
Yes.
I would say it's pretty much secured because from all the publicity and stuff they had going on here, their marketing was right on point. I think it's going to sell well, and I think they're actually going to make money.
Anybody else? Turtle, what do you think?
I don't know. Just...
Hmm?
I don't know. I said I wasn't going to be able to add on
No,
much.
fair enough.
It looks like it's gonna be like a great thing for Nintendo, but it also might be a bit of a downfall with games. Like they might get too buggy. They're gonna rush them.
Yeah, but I think they've learned from their mistakes personally.
Cough, cough, Wii U.
Yeah. Big time Wii U. Big time Wii U.
Fix that.
Nintendo wants is another Wii U, and I think that in itself is going to drive them to make more of a perfect game console, quote unquote.
No,
I
definitely.
mean, what the Joy-Con reminds me of is like virtual reality. So it's kind of like virtual reality without the helmet. So I think that is a pretty good concept for some games because they could do virtual reality pretty easily. That's a plus.
Yeah.
What do you think, Mike?
I personally think it's a big bold step from Nintendo. I mean, yes, they've learned from their mistakes from the Switch, from not the Switch, the Wii U. But I'm still skeptical because obviously when the Wii U came out, there was a lot of stuff going, yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and it didn't fully materialize. So if they keep to their word, it's going to be fantastic.
Is there anyone here who wants to get it at launch?
Sorry?
Is there anyone here who wants to get it at launch?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna get it.
I'd love to get it at launch, but I can't afford it at the moment.
I know I'm gonna get it at launch. Cheese wants to get it at launch.
I will get it at launch. What do you mean I want to?
There's very small chance I'd be able to order it.
I mean, that's one thing though.
Not
If you get,
receive it.
sorry, Turtle, for interrupting there, but the one thing that's going back to that launch thing, if you get it on launch, there's been a long history of problems with any sort of any games console on launch. So maybe wait a couple of months just in case there's any kinks or bugs that they need to get rid of.
Well, you see, the last time that happened was the 3DS. I got 20 free games out of that. I'd love to do it again.
Fair enough. I can see why you want that if you get free games. Yep, okay. Let's all, everybody go out and buy it at launch. Pre-order now and, get your free games when it goes tits up.
Yo, Mike, put the link for Amazon. Put the link for Amazon.
Dear. Anyway, guys, I'd like to thank you all for joining us for the podcast. I've actually quite enjoyed it today. Something new and different. Like I said, every Friday now is going to be a podcast. Pretty much this kind of same setup. Turtle, Cheest, Rune, Wesley, and Sky, who dipped out earlier. I'd like to thank you all for joining me. Anybody want to?
No problem, man.
Yeah,
Guys,
no problem.
Super delayed.
Guys, if there's any topics you want me to talk about, or us to talk about during a podcast, let us know in the comments. Let us know, tweet it to me, and we'll try and do it. But we're going to try and keep on topic, so there'll be a lot of other things going on as well. So it's going to be mainly game news for these podcasts, or just anything in general that might help. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I will catch you all again soon. No doubt there'll be a few gameplay videos coming up soon on my channel as well, so keep an eye out. If you haven't already as well, guys, subscribe, hit that notification bell, even if it's just for these podcasts, so you can come join in. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I will see you again soon, and have a good one. Guys, do you want to say goodbye as well?
Bye.
Love. Dear. Thanks, guys. See you later on.